everybody, and welcome to Maximum Libertarian right here on YouTube. I am Brian, and if this is your first time joining us, please make sure you click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and what else should they do, Dean?
Smash that like button. Smash it.
Yes, smash the like button and share it with all your family and friends. You know, I know it's been a couple weeks.
It's been a long couple.
It's been a couple weeks since we've been on here, and I think it's a shame because, as I titled this video, libertarians are asleep at the wheel, and I do believe that we are asleep at the wheel, Dean.
Oh yeah,
because, and I'm going to tell you why. Not everybody's asleep, but a lot of people are. And let me bring up two things that one is here in the state of Virginia, and then one is in a national issue. Okay, so let's go over here. The first one, and then Dean, since you were running for House of Delegates, which in number 19, District 19, obviously you can make some comments because, and I'll bring up the bill. It's the House Bill 1943. You might want to check to see if your opponent, Mr. Austin, has voted for or against it, but it's HB 1943. So let's bring it up. What is the bill? It's the Charitable Gaming and Conduct of Instant Bingo Network, pull tabs, and seal cards. The thing what's going on here, let's give it just a real quick thing about it, is there's a couple things going on. This is why it will stop churches and certain other charities from being involved in charitable gaming. It mandates all charitable gaming in social quarters be licensed, and the charity must operate bingo in order to have the gaming in their social quarters. Okay, now this is a good part right here. All charitable gaming, including what is done in the social quarters, could only be done 3 days a week and only while bingo is being conducted. The portion of the tax for charitable gaming kept by the state would triple. I know right now there is a ton. I'm a member of the American Legion. I'm a member of the AMVETS, which are both nonprofit organizations that uses these gaming to help keep their posts open, which in turn will help with the community, will help with veterans, will help with the veterans' families. All right. Like I said, HB 1943's already went through. It went through the Senate, sadly. And as you can see, this is what's going on. So tell me about it, Dean. What do you think about it?
Well, first off, you shouldn't have the right, to ban charitable things like bingo. Yes, there's already regulations on it. So it's ridiculous that charities and small organizations are going to have to be sitting and paying for this because the government wants full control of it. It's ridiculous. It's absurd, and I totally am against the bill. I think it's a horrible bill, and it needs to go away. And if I get elected, obviously, it would be one of the first bills I would pull away. Any fire departments do bingo, things like that too. So it hurts a lot of different organizations. There's no need for these charitable organizations, which is hard as it is with COVID-19 restrictions, to have extra things thrown on top of them to stop them from getting money. It's totally ridiculous and totally out of control.
Why is this bill bad? And I'm going to tell you why. Because here in the state of Virginia, we now have a couple casinos coming to the Danville area, and I believe maybe Bristol. I might be wrong about that. But with that being said, we also have an organization called Rosie's, which has the Virginia Queens, and people can go in there. So what it is doing is the politicians have once again said, all right, charitable organizations, you are no longer allowed to collect money from us because we only want you to have one spot, the people that we deem as the individuals who should be the ones who are in control of this. Okay.
Yep. And Rosie's is right here in Vinton, sad part, and not in my district, but right outside of it. It's sick. They do a lot of money.
And I'm not trying to hurt Rosie's or hurt the casinos that are coming here to Danville, because I say let's open up the market, let's the people decide where they want to go. But
exactly.
AMVETS, the VFW, Veterans of Foreign War, these facilities use this money. American Legion use it. Moose Lodge, Elks Club, they do a lot of stuff for the community. Now,
absolutely
what are you expecting is going to happen? It's going to harm these organizations, and once again, we can go and beg to Big Brother about making sure we can get help.
It's going to hurt fire departments and rescue squads that do the same thing.
Well, correct. And if fire departments and rescue squads use, I know they do bingo. I don't know if you might know if they do like the pool tabs, because it's not like you have a social hall so much in the fire department or whatever the case might be.
They'll use meeting rooms.
Right. So if you have it in there, but now you're only going to be allowed to play the gaming is if there's a bingo game going on, and tripling the taxes 3 times a week. This is unacceptable. I've called my senator. I've called my delegate. Both of them voted in favor of it, which is Senator John Edwards and House Member Sam Razul. And let me bring up that again. If you have the opportunity, you live here in the state of Virginia, you can call them up. Tell them your displeasure with their votes. Hopefully,
absolutely.
Hopefully, they're not. But once again, we were sleeping at the wheel. I never heard this. I walked into AMVETS. It would have been Tuesday night, and I saw this thing. And I was like, well, where's this come from? And they're like, well, the gaming company gave it to us,
Ridiculous. It's harmful to any organization that is trying to do the right thing to raise money to help other people. That's the sad part, is that these funds raised go to help other people, and they're taking away that by going and saying, well, you're not allowed to do this, but these big corporations can have fair run at it, and not have to be under the same restrictions. Once again, government overstepping its boundaries.
Absolutely. So that was here in the state of Virginia. Now, like I said, libertarians, and I know there's a lot of libertarians that have not been asleep at the wheel, but too many people stay at home and don't come out and vote when the time is to really make change. They constantly hit, the Republicans will save us. The Democrats will save us. Well, the bill that I just talked about was 100% Republicans, 100% Democrats. We've got how many delegates running in the House for the House of Delegates here in Virginia? We got 5.
100.
Right? Huh?
Delegates 100.
Yes, but the Libertarian Party has 5 candidates running right now.
I'll be one of them.
Hoping to make the ballot. Everybody who needs to either financially support them, help them by going out and knocking on doors, making phone calls. There's a lot of things people have got to do. But let's go on to now. What's our next issue that was big? It was, look at that. HR 127 in the House. It's the Firearm Licensing and Registration Act. And what do you say? What do you think that is all about, Dean? You think they're going to protect your gun rights?
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on.
They're there to take your guns. The Democratic Party is there to take your guns. Actually, I wrote something interesting this morning, and I've gotten some blowback from Democrat people, but it's the truth. And we're talking about the national, thing. You know, Joe Biden and them. He said this. He said this. He said, as soon as I get in, my first priority is the people getting $1,400 in their COVID relief.
No.
I laugh at that because the reality is
he said 2,000. He was selling it as 2,000. But go ahead.
Okay. All they're worried about is impeaching former President Trump, censoring and taking away the rights of certain House members. Just remember that people, you voted for this moron, and the public is suffering. It's the truth. I mean, and what do you think they're going to do with the gun rights? They're going to take your guns. They want your guns.
Absolutely.
They hate democratic socialism. Hates guns.
But let's look at this right now. This is what's in the bill. This is just so it's got ban 50 caliber ammunition, create a national firearms license, require mental health exams for gun owners, ban all magazines that hold over 10 rounds, establish a federal ammunition registry, mandate civil liberty insurance for gun owners, construct a national firearms registry. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what they wanted to hear in Virginia too. So there will be no pushback from our House of Delegates, from our governor, from our Virginia senators. They will embrace it unless you vote people in like Dean. Because this is getting ridiculous. Back in, let's remove this thing. I love Joe Biden's face, but we'll just get us up here. I think our faces sell the product a lot better. But no, on January 6th, when the people went and rough and got all through and went into the Capitol, what happened? You know, it was maddening. I did not like it. I don't approve of that. Because, well, one, I'll tell you something that I was really confusing to me. Is like, what was the point? So, like, when they got through the door, when they broke the windows, when they knocked the statues, or they didn't knock the statues down, but when they did stuff, what was the plan? There was no plan.
It was just.
I don't believe in violence like that.
Nope.
That was horrible. And let me just say this, too. President Trump also said peacefully in his speech, he at no point said go in there and tear that place down like that.
Exactly.
The man, look, I'm not a big supporter of Trump. I never vote for him either time, but I'd rather not lie about the guy. If we're going to push him, we're going to say how bad he is. Let's push him and say how bad he is on his policies, and not let's make something up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's just more rhetoric. Right. Really is what it is.
But it really bothers me when I see videos and the stuff that's getting pushed through. Like I said, my friend, I think we are in strange times. And if we don't start pushing back properly and more coordinated, then what we're going to be about to see, because I just saw that, I believe it was the Roanoke Times made a comment stating, I think it was the Roanoke Times. It was stating that because of January 6th, all of these young social progressives want to come and run for office. And if obviously they don't know what they're talking about, because all you have to do is read a book and see what socialism leads to, how when socialism is there, how it is done. You know, it's just bad news all the way around. You know it, Dean. I know you talk about it often, but I just wanted to bring these two topics up and say to anyone that's listening, anyone that's a libertarian, join your local affiliate, join your state party, join the national party, get active. Even if you don't want to run for office, you've got to get active and start spreading the word, because when we stay asleep at the wheel, we get bills like this. Okay. Now, I know we can call our congressman and they're going to probably vote against HR 127, but let's be honest, I don't feel that they've done a proper job protecting our gun rights in the past, because Donald Trump's been one of the most gun-grabbing presidents of all time, and our our representatives are major supporters of Mr. Trump. So, you have anything else to say, Dean?
It's just getting out of control. Needs to be taken care of. We need to have, like you said, delegates, real delegates. Charlie West, Joe Pascal, myself. There's a gentleman up in I can't remember his name. Up in Richmond, he just joined in. Michael Bartley. I think I might have heard Pete Wells might be jumping in. There's a few of them. Of course, myself, Dean Davison, 19th District, DavisonForDelegate.com, the number 4, and go to my Facebook page. You can look it up as Davison, Davison, FOR, excuse me, Delegate 2021 on Facebook. And then there's links to donate. I wouldn't mind $1. I mean, every bit helps, and every bit's $1 towards liberty and the liberty movement. It's not about me. It's about us getting further along than we've been ever, and also making sure that these stupid bills, the gun grabbing, and we take away red flag laws. We help farmers with restrictions. Now they're trying to restrict gambling. So now it's going to be something that we can talk about on the campaign trail for people like the AM vets and the fire departments and all these charitable organizations who give back to you. That's why I don't understand. Rosie's may give back, give a car away to people, but they don't give back to the community like AM vets, like the veterans. And they don't give back like the fire department, who got and risk their life every day. So you got to think about that for a minute and think about how much these politicians hate us people that volunteer our time. And think about that in the back of your mind. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, or Libertarian, or some other political party. Think about that. This is charitable people being gone against. So,
right. So in turn, what we're saying, wake up, get active. Support channels like this, support your local affiliates, support candidates that you know, even if they're not libertarian. If they're truly a liberty-minded, independent person, you support them, give them your time, give them your effort. Otherwise, we're going to be swallowed by this garbage that's coming out of Richmond, out of your local town council.
Point and blank, Isaiah Knight. He's liked by a lot of us, Derek Maddox, myself. He's a Republican, but he's very liberty-minded. He gets blowback from his political party because he's very liberty-minded. We were trying to get him to jump the ship, but we haven't gotten there yet. But if you want somebody in the Lynchburg area, which is to the east of me, that's the guy you want. You don't want the continuation of Kathy Byron and those people that have just done nothing for you.
Right. So that's about it. Once again, everybody, thank you, Dean, for jumping on.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody, for watching us. I hope you've made it all the way through. If you have, please click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And what else should they do, Dean?
Smash that like button.
Yeah, smash that like button and share this video. Hey, go to our Twitter account at We Are Max Lib. Look, I didn't even put the thing up to scroll across. We Are Max Lib. And then you can go to our Podbean. It's all in the description. We're going to have a podcast once a week. We're going to deep dive into some subjects. That's going to be really getting hot and heavy either next week or the week after.
We're in the process.
Wear it away, making sure it's all podcast platforms. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am Brian.
I'm Dean.
And we want you to stay free. Until next time, goodbye.